coming to feast on you haters. Yo, KIDSTYLE ENTERTAINMENT, Whitey2K. How's everything going out there, people? Sitting here with BBMP, Boston's best music producer, my one and only boy, Iroc-z. This is KIDSTYLE ENTERTAINMENT, Whitey2K. Whitey2K, my friend, is a concept that I created. It basically, idea I created by me, KIDSTYLE ENTERTAINMENT, and it stands for anybody that grew up in the Southie neighborhood during the 30 years that the king of crime ran things, Mr. Whitey Bulger, and none other than Mr. James Whitey Bulger. He had his reign in South Boston for 30 years. He ruled with an iron fist, and either you were with him or you were against him. That's how Whitey was. And it just happened to so be that I was against him, and yes, I survived. So what it's about is what their generation, what my generation grew up to be, what kind of influence Whitey had on them growing up in Southie. See, either, like I said, you were with Whitey or you were against Whitey. And if you were with Whitey, you pretty live maybe a good life, you know, if that's what you want to call it. You got to floss and toss and do all the things you wanted to do. But there was an ultimate price to pay. Because believe me, Whitey had no friends. There were no friends with Whitey. And if you rolled with Whitey, you either rolled one of the two ways. You either ended up rolled up in a rug, rolled up in him. Either way, you ended up dead. So I made a choice a long time ago to, do things my way. And that's the way I called it Whitey2K. And it's a new era and a new way of thinking and a new generation. Whitey2K originated out of South Boston, Massachusetts, out of the Old Colony Projects. Puff, puff, hit that blunt. Well, the Whitey2K movement is a hip-hop movement. It's for any artist that grew up, like I said, under that regime of Whitey2K, and it's also a national-wide thing. It's anybody that's white that has a little bit of urban in them that feels that they can rap, Anybody that feels like they think they can bring the skills and that they know hip-hop and they're part of Whitey2K, because it isn't about color, my friends. Whitey2K does not stand for color. Whitey2K stands for you can be black, white, brown, purple, yellow, green, orange, male, female, I don't care. What I do care about is your skills. Do you have the skills to be part of Whitey2K? And if you have the skills, then you can be part of Whitey2K. Because Whitey2K is about being the top notch in this business, about the new generation coming up, about the ones that are going to be sitting at the top soon. That's Whitey2K. And do you think you got the skills to fit in? Because I know I do. Well, we're working on music with my producer, Iroc-z, Boston's best music producer. Kid is hot. Working on beats with him. Working also on a couple of movies I just did. Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James. Ted, starring Mark Wahlberg. Also coming out with another movie that my brother did, Scalpers 2, The Rise of Whitey2K. That will explain everything in the movie. And basically, just doing what I do every day, grinding and doing whatever I got to do to get out there and make it happen. Well, my career has been over a long time. Like I said, I've been in this game for a long time, quarter a century almost. And that's a long time to be in this career. And I started out as a DJ. I always had a dream when I was a kid of, being a DJ. And the way I am, and through the grace of God, as I believe, my God always watches over me, through the grace of God, I happen to achieve that dream I had that dream when I was 11, and I achieved it when I was 13. So it didn't take me long to achieve my dream. And I moved up, and then I got into the radio business, and I was a disc jockey, an overnight personality. I was a producer of Karen Blake's show, The Karen Blake Show, and then I became a DJ myself, and that's where the name KIDSTYLE, my DJ name, became about. Oh, and let me explain to you what KIDSTYLE means. It's an acronym, folks. It does not just mean a kid who's got style. It stands for me and what I embody. I am a keen, intellectual disciple of Jesus Christ who's sexy, talented, young, living energy. You put that all together and you got KIDSTYLE, me. Well, as I said, ill is what ill does, and I've been ill my whole life. Ill to me is an acronym, and it does not mean to be crazy or stupid. It means, as I say, I love life. I love life. And it also means I love laughing. Ill. That's why I'm ill. And I love to live, baby. And I do good. I've been living my whole life. And I've been through a lot, my friends. Believe me. The pain, the tears, the years gone away, the fake friends, the real friends, the no friends. I'll tell you one thing. The only friend I truly had in this world was me and my Lord, God. He got me through a lot, and he always does. And I have a lot of faith in nothing else but God. You can find me with my producer usually every day, Iroc-z. But you could also find me on Facebook at facebook.com under KIDSTYLE Wayne B. That's one of my pages. KIDSTYLE Wayne B. Those are one of my pages. Or you could also find me at Whitey2K, my hip-hop artist name. And you could go to Google, and all you have to simply do is type in Whitey2K, the new Southie generation. Go to my page. Check it out. There's videos on there. There's blogs and posts of what I'm doing, when I'll be at the studio, when I'll be releasing my stuff, what I'm doing, what acts, what movies I'll be in, the whole 9 yards. You can find me also at my email at www.kidstyle3@yahoo.com. Let me spell that out for you. KIDSTYLE 3@yahoo.com. If you want to check out all my acting stuff, you could go find me at idmb.com, which stands for International Database for Movies. And you could go out there and type in Wayne Bresnahan, WAYNEP Bresnahan, BRESNAHAN. You type in that, and that'll show you all my acting accolades. And where else? You can usually find me in the gym every day in Southie, because that's where I live. Or you can find me, as I said, usually blazing and just being with my boy that I love, my #1 producer in Boston, folks. A kid who's real, and he's got about as real in him as me. That's why we stand together. I don't know what's going on, man, with hip-hop nowadays, man. I grew up in hip-hop, like I told you, all my whole life, kid. 30 years of my life. I've been lived, breathed, eat, drink, and lived hip-hop, okay? So ain't nobody out here gonna tell me about fucking hip-hop. I know what hip-hop is. It's in my blood. I'm Sicilian and Irish, and the Sicilian part of me is a poet, so don't forget it. But with the way hip-hop's going nowadays, man, I only got respect for a few artists out there, and it's gotta be my boy Eminem, who I love to death. Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, all real artists. But besides all these whack motherfuckers out here, this shit is whack nowadays. I'll give one kid his respect, though. A white boy who came up in the game. Really good. He showed it the other day. Mac Miller. Mac Miller got mad respect from me. I love that kid, man. That kid's real deal. And hold up. Yo, I can't forget about my boy Slane, who I grew up with in the streets of Southie. And, of course, my brother, the J-Ski lover, better known as J Mafioso. Love him. Only God knows why, to all questions. So see, when people ask me questions, that's my answer. I don't know. IDK. How do you want me to spell it out to you? All I do know is what I do. And what I do know. And I live it every day. And I live it with this fucker right here, my boy, Iroc-z Beats. What I live is real, because out here on the streets of Boston ain't no joke, baby, okay? Especially growing up in the streets of Southie. What do you want to know about? You just want to know? Are you asking me about the bad things? Are you asking me what you really want to know? There ain't nothing but motherfucking dope heads, dope dealers, and dope dickheads out here.